we got Higher official video by Eminem. This song was really good.
Here we go.
Yeah. You know, I've been around for a while now.
He loves his boxing ring, no?
Yeah, he really does.
I love that it's shot in black and white.
Yeah. You know, I've been around for a while now. Not sure if I have much left to prove. Yeah, I do. I look at me now, I'm thinking, damn, how proud of me I am. What I did is nothing to sneeze at. Even if your allergies are bad, I'm up in the balcony in France. I look around, I see the fans, how they surround me in the stands. Probably could drown in a sea of hands. They're hollering shade, yelling it out to me, and that's what I mean when I say that one day, some way, somehow, if I get the chance to get a crowd, I flip it around and have a crowd give me the chance. I've done it all, man, but in actuality, I haven't yet. Where am I supposed to go from here? Okay. Really, I have no idea. All I know is every time I think I hit my ceiling, I go higher than I've ever fucking been.
Oh my god, I love that he has, I'm guessing it's his fans, like, singing his song.
Yeah. And, like, I feel like anyone, like, at the pinnacle of their, like, whether it's their industry or their game or their talent, like, can relate to something like this. You know, because, like, I think it's easy to get stagnant when you've come so far in whatever you're doing. It's like, all right, where do I go from here? So I like what he promotes. Where it's, like, still trying to find a way to, like, push and still progress and still get better and still perform.
And that's super inspiring because, like, it pushes people not to stop and not to be lazy or stagnant.
It makes me think of a UFC fighter, which he had a UFC fighter getting his hand raised. Like, where when a UFC fighter gets so good, where you're dominant in your class, like, you move up in weight, and now you're in a whole nother class of contenders, right? Versus being a guy that stays in his weight class and just keeps dominating the same weight class. That's why there's a lot of respect for champions that dominate their weight class, move up, and then look to dominate the next weight class. You know, and then if you can move up again and dominate the next, it's like, you know, you just keep getting better, keep progressing, like push yourself to your ultimate limit or potential.
It all, man. But in actuality, I haven't yet. Where am I supposed to go from here? Okay. Really, I have no idea. All I know is every time I think I hit my ceiling, I go higher than I've ever fucking been. Where am I supposed to go from here? Okay. Really, I have no idea. Is every time I think I hit my ceiling, I go higher than I've ever fucking been. Got no time for no haters in this bitch, or toleration for the shit, but like medication, my dedication and the time it takes to do this shit reminds me of how.
Oh my god, I love that, the medication line. And you know how, like, when you read the medication bottles, like, it literally tells you, like, how many times to take it. And so, like, just the way that he uses that the experience of taking medication and then, like, the time that it takes, like, I just love that.
For the shit, but like medication, my dedication and the time it takes to do this shit reminds me of how an overcrowded hospital waiting room will get. What I mean is maybe I have more patience than I'm able to admit. Yeah, but I'm still mentally stable. There's a three-legged table in this bitch. Fame was a switch, but I was grateful to trade this shit for the trailer with a hitch that would make me a raving lunatic. But I made it through my situation. I hit pay dirt, now I get paper like a stapler in this bitch. But just cause I made a little...
Like a stapler. He gets paper. Didn't catch that last time.
My situation, I hit pay dirt, now I get paper like a stapler in this bitch. But just cause I made a little bit of change don't mean I've changed a little bit. Brain full of wit, dangerous, can't distinguish this English language.
And I like that. Just cause I have paper doesn't mean I changed a little bit, cause paper change. Cause you get change from paper. Yo, fire. And I like, it's distracting, but I like how he has all these elite UFC fighters too.
I made it through my situation, I hit pay dirt, now I get paper like a stapler in this bitch. But just cause I made a little bit of change don't mean I've changed a little bit. Brain full of wit, dangerous, can't distinguish this English language when it's lit. And I'm just berating you with it, it's shady till I'm 82. I spit this crazy, even Dre, he knows I'm a blow. Better get the handkerchief again. So where am I supposed to go from here? Okay. Really, I have no idea. All I know is every time I think I hit my ceiling, I go higher than I've ever fucking been. I know I talk about this shit a lot, but where am I supposed to go from here? Really, I have no idea. All I know is every time I think I hit my ceiling, I go higher than I've ever fucking been.
If we learned anything from watching 8 Mile, is that when it comes to battle rap, don't come for Eminem. He will be the first to tell you that he treats the rap game the same way the world's best athletes treat their respective sport, with a 24/7 tenacity that only the elite are able to channel. He spent his entire life studying and training to be the best, but even with a life of preparation, will it be enough for his next battle? It's one thing to conquer your competition. It's another to conquer your demons. With us now to share his thoughts is Dana White, who knows a thing or two about marquee battles. Dana, thanks for being with us. How prepared can one be when going up against an opponent of this magnitude?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Listen, I'm a huge Eminem fan, but this is a tough one. This opponent is not someone you can prepare for. It's a tricky demon to conquer, even for someone as badass as Eminem. My prediction is disappointment for fans all over the world.
That's interesting. We are now joined by the man himself, Eminem. Appreciate it. What's your response to what Dana just said?
I want to say, first of all, thank you for having me on. I think that people like you give people like me the fuel that they need to succeed in the first place. So I think that the best part about your opinion is that it doesn't matter. And if every fighter that you had listened to your opinion when you doubted them, you wouldn't have a league. So you're an asshole, and I'm out.
Well, he definitely sounds ready. In any case, it should be a battle for the ages. Thank you, Dana, and best of luck to you, Eminem.
Now, what am I gonna do? Ain't nothing, homie, I'm on the loose. Wanna win a damn, it's so hard to lose. I can do it even when I'm trying to. With my record flop, I still go through the roof. This atmosphere is for a chosen few who was on their grind, making money moves. And you ain't gonna get there if you water it down. Gotta take shots with 100 proof. Been in survival mode since a 5-year-old. It was I alone since my trike was those viral notebook and microphone. But looking back how bad it was then, if it hadn't have been for the pad of the pen addict, mom and dad beat dad, I wouldn't have had the savage within, having to win every single battle I'm in. All I ever wanted was to be an MC. Tediously I wrote obediently, believing in me. EPMD must have had teaching degrees, learned to defeat enemies with the ink, thinking of these rhymes would be as easy as E, and graffiti would be like remedial reading to me. To my last breath, please my lungs, I'ma beat my drum for the streets I'm from. The east side slums, gotta remind them, I'll take a folk out like feet by thumb. You see my finger, you see my thumb, you see my fist for my peace pipe. I'm here for the smoke, but it's not the weed I want. With this beat I brung, for the beef I've come, but you better bring it if you wanna reply from. Cause for you to be lyrically inclined, it'll be a steep climb up. That'll be an uphill battle, but I'm up like your feet in a recliner. And I think I'm about to go out on a limb like a tree climber. Time to push my ceiling higher, cause where am I supposed to go from here? Hey, really, I have no idea. All I know is every time I think I hit my ceiling, I go higher than I've ever fucking been. Where am I supposed to go from here? Hey, really, I have no idea. All I know is every time I think I hit my ceiling, I go higher than I've ever fucking been.
That song makes me forget to breathe.
I love how he had Connor in the video.
Yeah, and Dana White.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like that line where he talks about, like, if it wasn't for his dad, he wouldn't have that savage from within to become who he is today. So, like, he's the epitome of someone that, like, uses his trauma and his past resentments as, like, fuel.
And that's why he's so successful, because it seems as if he's accepted his shadows. Which one of his shadows is his dad's relationship.
Or non-relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like this song. It's very motivating.
It is. And that's my workout playlist music.
Yeah.